Hello, boys and girls. I hope you're having a great birthday, Merly. Today is our last lesson of Friday of this week, and we're going to begin with chapter 11. We're going to do lesson 11.1, which is right here. We are going to do three-dimensional shapes. So this will be our first lesson about three-dimensional shapes. Even though we've learned, and we talk about three-dimensional shapes, sometimes we're going to get into more depth with three-dimensional shapes. So I want you to look at the three-dimensional shapes that you have on this page. You have some spheres. I'm sorry, I went blank. And you also have some cubes, like the ice cubes, right? So as you can see, some of them are round, those are the spheres, and some of them have flat faces, and those are the cubes. Before we do this page, I want you to come with me over here, because as you can see here, we have some real cubes and some real spheres. Some of them are spheres and some of them are cubes. What I want to do with you is that I want to find a way to sort these shapes. So which one would be a good way to sort these shapes? Well, a good way to sort these shapes will be by the way they look, right? So for example, the sphere, boys and girls, look at this sphere. Look at this sphere. Does it have any flat faces? Flat faces? Look at it. Is it flat? No. As you can see, it's completely round, right? That's why it's called a sphere. And this one has the same property. Spheres, boys and girls, are completely round. They don't have flat faces. They don't have flat faces. They're completely round. You can wrap them around your head. And you can look for a sphere. Maybe you have a ball at home and that's your sphere. On the other hand, boys and girls, what the spheres have, they have curves. They don't have faces. They have one curve. That's it. One whole curve. And on the other side, we have the cubes. Cubes have different, boys and girls, and I want you to look at it. Cubes have something that is called flat faces. How many flat faces do you think this cube has? It has 6, and we're gonna count them later. But I want you to see, look at the difference between the balls, the spheres, and the cube. The cube has flat faces. Is it round? No. It is completely flat, which is it's good for sliding, right? It's not good for rolling. The ball can run, the sphere can roll, but the cube cannot. The cube can only slide into a table. Maybe you can find one of these at home too, and you can see it. Alright, boys and girls, so we're gonna find a way to sort these out. A good way to sort these shapes will be by putting together all the spheres. We put together all the spheres over here. I'm putting all my spheres together. And I'm going to put all my cubes, all my flat faces shapes together. So you see, that's how we're going to sort them. Now on your book, you're also going to sort the shapes. But since we cannot take them out of the book or cut them out and sort them because we have something else to do on the other side, this is what I want you to do. I want you to pick two colors. Can be whichever 2 colors you want. I decided to use radical red and blue. So these are the 2 colors that I'm going to use. And let's say, how about if we circle the cubes in my pink or red, and we'll circle the spheres with blue. Alright, so let's go for the cubes first. The cubes. This is a cube. And by the way, you can use whichever 2 colors you choose. So here's one. I love this color. Here's one cube. Here we have one more cube. Here we have another cube. And another cube. And another cube. Alright, and we have another cube over here. And one more cube over here. Wow, there's so many cubes. That's it. Do we have any more cubes? No, we're done with the cubes. Now I'm going to use my other color, blue, to circle the spheres. So here I have a sphere. Here I have another sphere. Another sphere. Here's another sphere. another sphere. We have another sphere over here. And finally, another sphere over here. Okay, that's how we sort it. We circle the spheres in blue, and we circle the cubes with pink. Now, there's another way that you can sort these shapes. You can sort them by color, right? Because they have two different colors. So you can say all the blue three-dimensional shapes, I'm going to move them to one side. And all the orange three-dimensional shapes, I'm going to move them to another side. So that would be another good way to sort these shapes. Alright, let's go ahead and turn the page, boys and girls, because now we are going to meet these shapes personally, right? We're going to get to know them. Alright, let's move everything to one side. And I want you to look at these with me. It says these are three-dimensional shapes. So let's take a look at the first one. The first one is a sphere. You see it's completely round. This is our sphere. It is completely round. Completely round. Then we have the cone. I'm going to show you really quick the cone. This is the cone, boys and girls. So the cone has a little bit of everything. Cone has a curved surface over here. All of this is a curve. And it also has a flat shape at the bottom. It has a flat shape, I know. I think I need to practice some more of these paper making things, three-dimensional shapes. Then we have a cylinder. Let's take a look at this cylinder. This is a cylinder. Oh, by the way, the cone. Maybe you have ice cream cones at home. That's the cone. The cylinder looks like a can. The cylinder also has a little bit of curve surface, and it has two flat surfaces, one here and one here. That's why the cylinder can stand. That's why you can stand cans one on top of the other one. You can stack them. Alright, then we have the rectangular prism, and I have a rectangular prism over here for you. We're going to take a look at it later to count the size. Finally, we have the cube. You all know the cube, the ice cube, right? Alright, let's see. It says use three-dimensional shapes. Sort the shapes into three groups. Name and draw the shapes. So let's get to work over here. First of all, we're going to go for the flat surfaces, only flat surfaces. So let's see. Let's see which are the only ones that have only flat surfaces. Could it be the sphere? No, because it is completely round. Could it be the cone? No, because it has a curve over here and then one flat side at the bottom. Could it be the cylinder? Same thing with the cone. It only has one more flat surface on the top. Oh, so here we go. Our two last shapes, the rectangular prism and the cubes. And those are the only ones that have only flat surfaces. So let's go ahead and draw the cube first. Cube is super easy and super fun to draw. So first you draw a square. And if you need to do this, if you need to look at the video more than once so you can learn how to draw it, do so, please. Okay, so we're going to draw one line over here and another one over here. See, it's like a table. Like if you're looking at a table from the ceiling. Okay, so one more over here. And you cannot see the other leg or the other leg of the table because of the surface, this surface. So now we're gonna put these together. We're putting these together. And that was my cube. Yay! Alright, so this is a cube. We're gonna name it cube. I love the cubes. Alright, don't worry that you don't know how to draw this yet. It took me years of practice. So no worries. Okay, so for the rectangular prism, the only shape that has only flat surfaces. So here we go. This is our rectangle. That's how we begin drawing a rectangle. Don't forget that a rectangular prism is just like a longer cube. Nothing else. So it's like drawing a longer cube. So once again, so let's say that this is a table for one person and I'm drawing a table now for an entire family. You see, the same three legs, and now you're going to put these legs together. And you get a rectangular prism. Once again, it's not fitting in. That's a rectangular prism. And you can also copy the words from here, because I know they didn't come out very nice over here. That's a rectangular prism. And you see, mine's just not perfect. So yours doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, number 2. Only a curved surface. Who falls into this category? Only a curved surface. So we already used the rectangular prism and the cube. We don't have to worry about these two anymore. Now we're going to move and we're going to take a look at these 3 subjects that we have over here. Which one has only one curved surface? Could it be the sphere? Yes, it is. Why not the cone and not the cylinder? Very easy. The cone has a flat surface right here. That's the bottom of the cone. And also the cylinder. The cylinder has 2. So the only one that we're going to draw right now is going to be the sphere. That's the only one that has only a curved surface. So basically all you have to do is draw a circle. And you see these lines? We're going to draw the lines. We're going to draw a solid line over here. And then a dotted line on the back. And it looks a little bit like a ball, right? Look, that's a sphere. And I just label it for you. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the last one. Both flat and curved surfaces. And here we have them. It's these 2. The cone and the cylinder. They have both flat, as you can see at the bottom. This one has a flat and also a curved surface. Let's see if I can get it over here. So all this part over here is a curve. All that part is a curve. You can see it with an ice cream cone. And this part over here, it's flat, completely flat. That's why the cone can stand, right? And also the cylinder. The cylinder is like a can of beans, a can of soda. It has a curved surface, but it also has 2 flat surfaces. 1 and 2. That's why it can stand 2. A shape cannot stand still if it doesn't have a flat surface. You want to see? I'm going to show you the ball. This ball is kind of crazy, look. It doesn't stay still because it doesn't have a flat surface. So these 2 are the ones that we are going to draw now. We're going to draw the sphere and, the cone and the cylinder. So a cone is basically a triangle. And now all we have to do, it's an oval for the base. It can also be like a party hat. This is a cone. And we can also see them at school, right? Outside to help with the traffic. And also finally the cylinder. The cylinder is super easy. All you have to do is like if you wanna draw a rectangle, instead of drawing lines, we're gonna draw 2 ovals. One at the top for one flat surface, one at the bottom for the second flat surface. This is gonna be a cylinder. And that was it for this page. So we have the cube and the rectangular prism. These 2 are the only shapes that have only flat surfaces. We have the sphere is the only one that has a curved surface only. We have the cone, has both flat and curved. And we have the cylinder, which also has flat and curved. Alright, so we are ready to move on to our next page. Here we go. So we're going to write a little bit about these shapes that we just learned. And it says use 3-dimensional shapes. Write the number of flat surfaces for each shape. Take a look at number 4. Number 4 says a rectangular prism has 6 flat surfaces. And you can trace that number 6. And we're going to count just to make sure they're not lying to us, right? This is a rectangular prism. So I number each side of the rectangular prism. We have 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's one more. 4, 5, and 6. So how many flat surfaces does he have? 6. We count them all. So you can go ahead and trace a number 6. Boys and girls, number 5. A cube has blank, flat surfaces. Where's my cube? Where's my cube? Here's my cube. Okay, so let's take a look at it. I also number the size or the faces on this cube. Let's go ahead and count them. We have 1. Where's the 2? Where's the 2? Where's the 2? Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is a cube. It has the same amount of flat surfaces as a rectangular prism. 6. Now, a cylinder. A cylinder has how many flat surfaces? Let's take a look at the cylinder. Look at the cylinder. This is a cylinder. How many flat surfaces does it have? 1 at the top and 1 at the bottom. So you actually don't know which one is the top and the bottom, right? Alright, it doesn't matter. So it has 2 flat surfaces. How about the sphere? Let's take a look at the sphere. I have such a cute little sphere, but it rolled away because it doesn't have a flat surface to stand on. So this is my sphere. How many flat surfaces does it have? You're right. If you said 0, you're so smart. It has 0 flat surfaces. And we are ready to move on to our second part of this page. It says, write to name each shape. A sphere. So you go ahead and you trace the word sphere. And now I want you to look, because over here, boys and girls, on the page before, you have the name of all these shapes. So I want you to come over here and you're going to copy. You see? Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. You're going to look for the name of the shapes, all right? This is a cone. Which shape is a cone over here? Voila, you found it. So you bring the word cone over here. This is a cube. Where is the word cube? Cube is right here. You copy the word. Cylinder. This can looks like a cylinder. Cylinder is right here. You bring the word over here. You write it down. And then this book looks like a rectangular prism. Rectangular prism. So it's okay if you use the line and then the bottom part, because I know some of these names are very, very long, especially the rectangular prism. Oh my goodness, such a long word. So the words are here. You're gonna use them to name the shapes. That's your little activity right there. All right, let's move on. Oh, don't forget, you can pause the video and you can do, oh, I found my little sphere. Don't forget to pause the video and you can do the other side. This side when you finish. Because now we are on the last page. It says, Kelly drew objects that have both flat and curved surfaces. Circle the objects that match the clues. So these are the clues. Kelly drew objects that have both flat and curved surfaces. We're looking for shapes that have both. That have flat surfaces, but they also have curved surfaces. So which objects could it be? Could it be the beach ball? Nope. The beach ball only have curved surfaces. Could it be the rectangular prism? It only has flat surfaces. Could it be the cone? Oh yes, because the cone, as you can see here, has both curved. All around is curved. All around is curved, and the bottom is a flat surface. So it is the cone. We circle the cone. How about the cylinder? Could it be a cylinder too? Yes, because the cylinder has flat surfaces, but it's also curved. All right, so we also circled the cylinder. All right, number 14. Let's see what we have here. It says, Sandy drew some rectangular prisms. Which shapes are rectangular prisms? Well, you're right if you said the tissue box. This is a tissue box. And you're right if you said the box of cereal. You probably have some of these at home. And you can see that those are rectangular prisms. They have they have 6 flat surfaces. All right, for our last question, we are going to match the shapes to their properties or to their characteristics. It says, match each shape to the group where it belongs. So the first group says both flat and curved surfaces. And the only shapes that met that criteria were the cone. So the cone has both, I'm going to show you again with my cone. The cone has both a curved on the around and a flat surface at the bottom. And the last one that met that category was the cylinder. Once again, the cylinder has curved, but it's also flat over here. Alright, only flat surfaces. Only flat. There were two that met that category. The cube and also the rectangular prism, because they only have flat surfaces. Only flat surfaces. And finally, the sphere, it's alone on the only curved surface. The sphere is one of a kind, right? It's like each of you, one of a kind. Alright, boys and girls, so we're moving on to our homework. I'm going to explain really quick the homework. Okay, it says three-dimensional shapes. Use three-dimensional shapes. Write the number of flat surfaces for each shape. So number one, a cylinder has. So you can go back and see how many flat surfaces. All these answers are on the lesson. A rectangular prism has how many flat surfaces? A cone has how many flat surfaces? So you have the answer to all those questions right here. Those are the answers. Circle the object that matches the clue. Mike finds an object that has only a curved surface. So which one is the shape that has only a curved surface? So only curved surface. And we know the cylinder has both. Alright. Use pictures or words to describe a cone. You can draw me a picture of a cone. Alright, go ahead and draw a picture of a cone. You try and draw a picture of a cone. Our last page of the homework. Here we go. Circle the shape that has both flat and curved surfaces. We need to have both. If you look over here, which one is the shape that has both flat and curved surfaces? Has both flat and curved. Alright, count forward, write the number that is missing. So this is kind of review, so we don't forget to count. 109, 110, 111. What number goes next? And then the last one, what is the sum of 2 and 3? Write the number sentence. So basically all you have to do is add 2 plus 3 and then write the answer. Well, boys and girls, have a great weekend. And I'll see you on Monday next week. So don't forget to go see me and say hi. Because I have to give you the new packets. Bye-bye, boys and girls. Have a great weekend. Bye, Melly. Have a great birthday weekend.